I didn't lose money on that $3 bracelet, but I was disappointed, and that surprised me. I honestly thought that this $3 bracelet was going to turn out better. If you've been following along, you know the story. Estate sale, $3, looked promising. I showed the whole process. I had hope, and then the results came in, and they weren't great. What caught me off guard wasn't really the outcome, it was how much it bothered me. Because it really wasn't about the bracelet, it was about the expectation. If you've ever been excited about something and it didn't work out the way you had hoped it to be, you're probably going to relate to this. And if that's you, I'd like to um, hear your side of the story. Um, Stick around, subscribe, because that's what this channel is about, learning through real life as it happens. Anyway, I had this quiet belief that in my head that if I had everything right, it would just work out. And when it didn't, I started asking questions. Did I miss something? Did I do something wrong? Was I expecting too much? And then all of a sudden, that feeling felt kind of familiar. Because this is what prayer can feel like sometimes. You know, you pray, not dramatically, not desperately, but just honestly. And then you wait. And instead of an answer, you get silence. No yes, no no, just nothing. And silence really messes with me. Because when the answer is no, it's clear, it's a no. But when there's no answer at all, here's the dangerous part. I start filling in the blanks myself. I start double doubting my judgment. I start doubting my expectations. I even start doubting my motives. And here's what I'm learning slowly. Disappointment doesn't always mean I failed. And silence doesn't always mean God isn't there. Sometimes the thing that just doesn't work out is just showing you what you were really holding on to, the result or the process, the outcome or the growth. The bracelet didn't do what I hoped it would do, but it did show me something. That not everything I put my heart into is meant to pay out the way I thought or the way I imagined. And that doesn't make it pointless. Sometimes the value isn't in what sells, but what it reveals. What does it reveal? About patience, expectations, and trust. So I'm generally curious if I'm the only one. Have you ever been disappointed by something that ended up teaching you more than success ever did? If you are comfortable sharing, drop it in the comments. I read every one of them. So if you're disappointed right now or waiting on an answer that hasn't come, I want to encourage you. You are not broken. You're not doing it wrong. You're just human. And sometimes the silence is where the real work happens.